You texted this to me right around New Year's. Meghan posted a video of herself on Instagram running on the beach with her back to the camera lens, dressed all in white, billowing white man's shirt, white jeans, running to the shoreline and jauntily writing in huge numbers in the wet sand 2025, as if this was going to be her year. What a year it's been for her. First, we had Confessions of a Female Flounder. That's what I'm naming it. That's what I'm going to refer to it in perpetuity as. It's Confessions of a Female Flounder, and that flopped. And Lemonada said, we will not be renewing it. Then With Love Meghan came out, and then the real With Love Meghan came out, Meghan with a Y, and we demolished her in numbers and eyeballs, okay? Demolished. And then the Vanity Fair, the wildfires, the disaster tourism, talk about that a little bit, about the shit they caught for being what are known as disaster tourists in LA.
Yeah, well, the Palisades fire broke out and Harry and Meghan went over to Pasadena. And there's a podcaster I know whose wife and daughter were volunteering at the time. And he said that his wife and daughter were told to pause their efforts so that Harry and Meghan could have a private tour of the destruction.
Are you kidding me?
No. Real people there giving their time to work.
Real residents, people who have suffered along with their community, just doing hard physical, emotional, economic work in the wake of this wreckage. And these two assholes tell everybody else to stand down because they need a private fucking tour.
Yeah, exactly. And it was Justine Bateman that's like, you're not working royals. You don't even live in Pasadena. What are you doing here? You're disaster tourists.
That's right.
This conflicts with Meghan's launch of With Love Meghan season 1. And I also just forgot, it's like every time she is fixated on a date and decides she wants to release something on that date, something catastrophic happens that, anybody in their right mind would go, I'm going to pause. In this instance, she did. But on January 1st, Harry's nanny, Tiggy Leg Burke, her stepson was murdered that New York or New Orleans terror attack. And instead of pumping the brakes and going, you know what, instead of making this all about me and relaunching my Instagram, I'm going to allow Tiggy. Tiggy, by the way, is Archie's godmother. So you'd think you'd have any sort of sense or compassion or empathy whatsoever. Then we've got the wildfires. Now this is where Netflix steps in and says, hell to the no.